this right here.
I didn't hear this beep.
I did. Oh, Skull, can you hear me? I'm doing good. Can you hear my microphone? And you can see my thing? Because you know what? I'm just doing a test because sorry to disappoint you, but I am going to go live later on, 4 o'clock or so. I got to get a couple things done, and then I'll do it. And so that's my plan. But I just got to test all this stuff. And you can see my. Can you see my screen? It is perfect timing. Thanks so much for helping me out right away. Boom, just like that. Like old times, right? And let's see. I'll just do this real quick while I... This is how simply things can be hoaxed. So how's the
I
audio
made the
on
one
that?
on the right to demonstrate the simplicity of this crest as I've pontificated it once looked. So let's go back to George, and I was thinking, you know, did he know any of the New Englanders? But I couldn't because I don't know who lived when. I don't even know where my New Englanders lived. So I got to wondering how many researchers, or most of us for that matter, have any idea.
Oh, you're getting a little sneak peek there, Skull. What I'm gonna do, or I think I'm gonna do. We'll see how it goes, right? All the Washingtons, right? There's hundreds of all the Georges. That's what I really meant. All the Georges. The Georges, they go crazy. They love that name. Even if I talk low, you can hear it pretty good. I have this whole stand that moves around with me and stuff. It's cool. Yeah, so I made a video a long time ago that I never put up. So I figured I'd put up a few pieces of it. And, oh no, I got something special after I play this. I'll probably give the rundown online, but so I think what time would it be a good time to stream? 5, 4? I don't even know what time it is right now. Oh, it's 1. All right, cool. I'm glad. And the audio to the videos were good. I think you already said that. Yeah, you must have because you knew who I was talking about. Very cool, very cool. Well, it's good to hear from you, Skull. I hope you're around later on. Be cool to see you hang out in the comments. You know, my brother was saying about your channel the other day. He was like, yeah, Skull finds a lot of movies that I just never saw. And he goes deep for like old movies, you know. And the stuff you play is like right in his, like, what he would be looking for. Yeah, he is. I'm lucky he's my brother. Nobody else gets to have him as my brother. Just me. Oh, yeah, my sister, but that's not the same thing. Oh, that's funny. I know, I noticed that the other day. I mentioned it to him like about a week ago. I was like, hey, he still uses that skull. He's like, that's flattering. So, yeah. These barons are going to have bacon cheese soup with broccoli and potatoes. Oh, man. I'm going to get stuffed and go live. Yeah. Yeah, we got one. You only have sisters? I couldn't imagine because I didn't, I never lived like that. Just me and my brother were older. She did whatever we did. She was a tough kid because she had to deal with it. 3 older sisters. We got 1 younger sister. You probably realize what torture that was for her. Right. If there was anybody to tease the youngest. Oh, that's cool for you, man. Yeah, I guess girls would do that, wouldn't they, huh? Did they put makeup on you, make you wear a wig and run around in high heels and girdles and shit? That'd be wicked funny. I'm just playing the video. Yeah, I bet they did. I'm just playing the video. There's no sound. So if you don't hear any, I know exactly what's going on. Yeah, I really like this Benny Bean pot video, and it was supposed to be so much more, so much. So I have so much. I got a whole folder, right? But I never got back to it. In the beginning of it, the other day when I was watching, I was like, man, the beginning of this is awesome, and I wonder how many people don't check it out because it's about Benny Franks, and everybody thinks they know all about Benny Franks, right? That they think as far as the narrative goes, the story's already told. So it's like the truth about Benny Franks. This mystery guy's a complete moron. Thinks he, goes around making shit up, and maybe I do, but. But we all have fun in this community, so it doesn't matter. The old world is the only thing that's given me a life. That might sound sad and stuff, but, it's not. It's good. It's great. It's great. Because I wouldn't know what I would do without it, to be honest.
Benjamin Franklin is the greatest man.
Oh, he could do it all.
You would
No, don't do that. And I have. The cool thing is, Skull, that I have kind of a lot of real estate, so I want to set it up so like when we're fooling around on live, I can like type in and pull stuff up while we're talking about it. Try to do stuff, you know, because I think doing some stuff off the cuff might be good. You know, just because if I have to plan everything, I never go live, you know. That's why this other video never got done, the one that I'm probably going to show tonight. I'm going to show the beginning of this Benny Franks thing, and then I'm going to... Yeah, but you know that we all... The only problem with that is that that's like you got to have fun with speculation only, because that's all you could do, because you can't do a deep dive. And then sometimes they even take down my... thank you. That's nice of you. Anyway, I lost my train of thought because you complimented me there. But what was I saying? This is the trouble with being live, right? Oh yeah, the deep dive on the thing. So you do a live and you talk a lot of shit, right? And then you go back and say, "Oh, that was dumb because here it is right here saying exactly the opposite of what you would say," right? Because I do a lot of research, and sometimes when I'm researching, I can't find anything to be like, "Oh, that's contradictory" or whatever, right? And then you have a folder full of stuff that you're probably never going to throw away, and all these files pile up, you know. I got folders that are like ridiculous of stuff I never made videos of. Oh, absolutely. About the editing yourself, you start getting crazy doing like little minutia stuff, like, oh, I'll cut this out and I'll take the sound of the background out. Okay, so that takes half the day. It wasn't supposed to, but you know. Yeah, I still remember too. But you know, life takes interesting turns, and you don't. So I kind of got a little handle on maybe doing, you know, just off the cuff stuff on. But one of the other things too, Skull, is that all the old worlders go live now, right? We got I'm sure you know, right? You see them all. They take up all the spots right between Friday after 4 o'clock and literally Sunday morning, and going live Sunday night at 7 o'clock isn't that fun for me, because it's a work night and I got to get ready to go to work and get my mental state in check, you know, to do my job all week and stuff. So it's not that fun. So it's kind of hard to fit one in unless you're gonna do it at like, I don't know, like even that. I was gonna say like Saturday at 1. Even that, right? There's always somebody from the old world on, and I'm not saying there's any competition. I'm not going there at all. I'm saying that I can't watch them if I'm doing it. Then I gotta miss the live instead of commenting or getting some new ideas and stuff. Man, I tell you what, the comment section of YouTube is the greatest thing ever. A lot of times, just a comment or two might change my mind, you know. What? Huh. I appreciate you saying that because, I feel the same way. Boy, is that awfully bold. But I lived in this world a long time. And you got to be, well, you as well. What are you talking about? To not be commandeered by all this effing nonsense, you have to be pretty bright. Anybody who comes to these channels, anybody who's willing to start looking at those buildings and forming a new paradigm of their literal existence is going to be unique, because I think a lot of us from old world detectives, we probably stopped talking to people because they're so fucking dumb. Sorry. I mean, that's I shouldn't even apologize for that, but it's sad to say, because some of these people that I'm talking about, I like them, right? I like them. And I don't want to have to feel any way about them when I'm with them, except for like, it always comes up like you have to keep your mouth shut, or you can't be who you really are, because you walk by one of these old buildings. Like we went to a whole family. We went to a place, a very historic place. I didn't even bring my camera because I was like, I'm gonna ruin everybody's time if I act like me. Right, running in the bushes to record this and looking at this, and there was some really unique stuff there. They covered everything up really well. I mean, I remember going there when I was a kid, and it was totally different. Yo, I'm doing a live right now, and I really shouldn't, because I got stuff in the oven and everything. But yeah, I know the feeling. Skull, I just stopped talking. Even if the conversations of these things that I love to discuss come up, I keep my fucking mouth shut. Right? Because you want to know the truth? Nobody has, even if they believe some of it, or they're with me, or they have some inclination, whatever it is, whatever their psychological aptitude is, right? They can't hang with me as far as emotional intelligence is, because I'm willing to listen to them intently to hear what they're saying, but as soon as I stop talking, they shut off. And you can't go around saying to people, well, I can't go around saying to people, I listen to you and you won't listen to me. You know what? Now we're getting in an argument instead of having a conversation, right? People don't realize us detectives, you're probably one of them. You know more about the bullshit that they're talking about than they know. And you have a counter argument, but they have no counter argument because they don't even know what they believe. Oh, it's so exasperating. And that's why I just try to live in peace with people, and I just say, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Some guy was trying to tell me about the British colonies. I was like, and it slipped. I was like, British colonies? He's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I said, hold on, man. For me, that's all debatable. I don't even know British colonies. All right, dude. I'm not going to go. Because what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to start in the War of 1812 with this guy and the asylum buildings and stuff? Like, where do you go with that? Like, all the stuff that we've done. A lot of times we don't realize, I think us detectives, we don't realize how fucking long we've been dealing with this. We've formed opinions out of the most minute scrap of evidence, right? And then pontificated all the stuff out of it. And then we saw this little piece and it changed that. So the next time you talk to somebody, you don't even believe that shit anymore. I almost fucking threw my mom onto the moon because when we were growing up, it's a big story, but I told her I don't believe something that I've always believed. We were talking about some stuff, and she is like, what? I don't understand. I said, hey man, I'll go up and down and all around. I used to be a very staunch person, even in sort of in my former life, you know, it was like this kind of girl and this kind of car and this much money and this and right. This is the way this gotta be, and I'm only gonna live. And it would freak me out if I didn't get there, right? So for me to tell my mom, oh, I don't even believe that shit anymore, she's like, boing, you know. Yeah, I mean, for someone to process info, you have to be at fucking peace with yourself, right? I mean, that's the first thing. And I'll be the first to admit, I was trapped in all this stuff because I wasn't at peace with myself. My brother could tell you. I'm not. I mean, it's embarrassing, but I'm not embarrassed about it because you know, I lived it. I had to live through it. Got my scars. I've been, you know, I've been beat up. I've been, you know, physically and mentally, all that. So a lot of social, no, a lot of psychological. You know, I used to have emotional intelligence atrophy. I stopped doing that. I got old, but I didn't grow up, right? That's what happens to everybody. I think pretty much the whole society is designed to stop emotional emotional intelligence at 13 years old, and then they send you out of seventh grade just like that, and that's the way you stay, right? I mean, that's just my. I'm going off on a fucking tangent. Sorry. If I didn't finish one thing and went on to another, sorry. That's what live is. Yeah, I think I was saying though that there's so much information for us old world detectives that nothing. It's the most bizarre thing. I like it though because again, you know, I guess you'd say that I had a certain narrative of my own from a Mason or anything. Nothing solid, nothing concrete or anything. But this just blows it out of the water. It's kind of like one of these things where it's like, oh, you know, forget that form of thought, and I could do that because my emotional intelligence will let me just decide that something isn't true anymore. It doesn't have any meaning because whatever I thought was wrong, and that happens, you know. And that happens to me a lot because I'll always second guess even what I think. I'm like a real detective of my own psychology and stuff. Am I perfect? No, I'm the biggest idiot, mistake maker. Oh my God, it's you know how many different like, oh, I'm an atheist. Oh, I believe in God. This word God. Oh, I believe in this and that. I'm 60, and I don't even know what, you know. It doesn't matter what I believe anymore. That's why I was saying earlier that I just keep my mouth shut now. I was at a huge family function. I had the opportunity to just fucking rock this chick's world. I was like, nah. She asked me. I was like, nah. I'm not going. You know, I told her I have to, you know, PC. She's like, you don't have to PC with me. She got all kind of offended. I was like, yeah, I do, man. First 3 words out of my mouth, you'll be like, oh, what'd I do? I opened a can of whoop ass. And there were other people there that, you know, you just don't want to talk about these things. You know, you can't be. You know, some of my family do not like it that I think the earth is level. They don't like it. Hey, Skull, did you ever listen to the Baltimore interview with me and Balt? Just curious. It sounded like shit, huh? That was the problem with it. We didn't have that set up at all. He just called. I said, yeah, you could put it online. Yeah, not worth arguing. Hey, Skull, listen, man, life isn't even worth living. You know, and I don't say that in a depressed way. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about it. This shit sucks. You know, I spent my brother and I, the dynamic duo. We spent our whole life trying to. How do I put this? I had the words, but I got distracted. Okay, well, we thought there was a bubble to be popped in society where you get on the other side and you don't deal with fucking stupid shit anymore, right? I mean, yeah, okay, that's naive, but like whatever you want to call it, we were trying to get rich. We were trying to, be known. We were, all this stuff. You could probably tell we make TV shows. We, record records. We fucking worked in LA, you can't. The system is wrapped around you. You don't leave it. It gets worse as you go up. That's what I mean. There's nothing to live for. I've done it all. And I know that sounds all fucking, yeah, like, sure you have. Yeah, I've done everything that I've wanted to do. I've been successful at all of it. And okay, I didn't parachute out of a helicopter with an M16 and run amok in a town, right? Of course I didn't do that, but I'm talking about the stuff I wanted to do, right? It leads to the same exact thing. It doesn't matter how much money came out of it, how many people you got to all these things that are supposed to make you happy. They're all crap. It's all crap. You can't take the meter off your house and you can't not pay your tags. It doesn't matter who you are, where you go, how much money you have. You can't go past I think it's the 60th parallel now. It used to be the 90, but of course they keep changing things for the worse, so here we go, right? Less travel. I just don't see it. And believe me, this ain't like a depressed, this is some depressed fucking dudes, big shit. No, I love my life, but I don't get the blue marble that was made up for us. I don't get it, and there's no escaping it. That's what I guess I was gonna say. My brother and I have spent our whole lives trying to escape this phony escape. It's THX at the end, right? THX 1138. If no one ever saw that's me and my brother's. That's it. So for me, it's there's nothing left. What do you do after you've exhausted the possibilities that make you thrive? And they all lead into the. Doesn't matter whether you were, sweeping floors in a warehouse when you were 14, or I gotta be careful what I say, or at the point I am in my life right now. I always have to be careful. I don't like it because believe me, I got stuff on my mind to say. I'd love to tell you guys some stuff that goes on in this world. So hey, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I gotta go eat. I didn't even mean to. I'm glad I got everything set up. I'm glad that everyone can hear the microphone well. Skull, thank you very much for letting me know my audios were good, and I'm gonna try to come back around 4 or 5, whichever. Oh, that's good. I hope your lunch was good, Tony. Do you want to be called Tony? Do you want to be Coffee? Or do you want to be called House? Tony Coffee House? All right, people, farewell. I will see you later. I'm gonna put a little card up announcing it might be 6, it might be, I don't know. I haven't even decided if I'm gonna. I just wanted to make a test to make sure everything was fine. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.